Today on the channel we have the Sig P365 XL. My name is Mike, welcome to the Gun Channel. Thanks for being willing to go on a spiritual journey with me, a pilgrimage if you will, in regards to this awesome little handgun. Starting with the concealed carry aspect of this gun, I'm 5'5", 145 pounds, so very small guy, and this is about the maximum size gun I can conceal realistically on a very daily basis. I opted to go with the 365 XL with a larger grip and slightly larger barrel to get maximum purchase on this firearm for that situation that may occur of holy shit, my life is at risk. I want to have maximum control of this weapon. I have really small hands, so this grip is actually sort of perfect for me. The mag switches are definitely trainable, and the recoil actually is becoming more manageable. Part one, I think it's because of this super small grip. I can really clamp down, and also shooting subsonic ammo really makes the recoil much more manageable, and after about 300 rounds I can definitely drive this gun and do mag dumps on it really comfortably, so that's pretty cool. I've bought a lot of holsters over the years, and this is definitely a 5-star top 10 holster for sure. It's made by Black Points for Sig Sauer, and this is specifically for the XL. This sidecar magazine I stole from my full-size handguns tier 1 holster. Got some of that 3/16 shot cord, mounted it myself, and I really like this. Actually, this is one of my favorite holsters I've ever run, even though I was skeptical when I was putting it together. I think it has a lot to do with this single clip. The second clip that goes on the mag holder often would get in the way of my buckle, but having this single clip and sort of using pressure from the belt really works well for me. This holster is not optics ready, so every once in a while I feel discouraged about not having a light, because that's a pretty big deal for me. So to compensate, I've been running this little Streamlight off weapon light, and it's been working out really well for me. I actually washed it when I first got it, and it was in the washer soaking for like 3 hours, and it's still working, so kudos to you, Mr. and Mrs. Streamlight. The night sights are literally perfect. The size, just everything about them, I wouldn't change a thing. I do have a 407K, I think it's called, the Holosun red dot order for this, which is a direct bolt-on. So if you are interested in that, definitely come back and check that out. I'll be reviewing that as soon as I get it in my hot little hands. I'm still skeptical of running a red dot on my concealed carry gun. You guys can tell me down below what you guys think about it, but I'm willing to give it a try. Either way, it's really awesome that it comes pre-cut, optics ready for Romeo 0 or for the Holosun K will drop right in there. What everybody's saying about the grip is true. It's really designed super well. From the mini little micro flared magwell, a nice undercut under the trigger guard. I really feel like I squeezed the life out of this thing. It's so small in the hands. It feels real good. The mag release, when I first saw that, I kind of made a funny face at it, sort of a triangle shape, but I can tell after using it that the R&D department didn't come up with that shape by accident. It's really quite magical. I love it. And I love how it works with the holster. Protects it from getting pressed and launching my mag when I don't want it, but if I'm at the range or whatever and I need to leave it holstered, I can still access it if I get in there with my thumb. So that's nice. I like that for me. The trigger on it is super serviceable. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first got it home, it felt really kind of spongy and gritty, and I didn't really like it. But when I got to the range, it was very serviceable. And after about 300 rounds, it really smoothed out and broke in quite nicely. I imagine around 1,000 rounds, it's gonna be like perfect. So I'm sure they have kits for it to lighten it for you crazy kids out there that wanna race it up. But I think I'm gonna polish mine with about 1,000 rounds and then readdress it. But very serviceable, I like it. It's got some tasty slack, easy to find the wall, really easy to find the wall. So I feel really comfortable drawing this weapon and then immediately finding that wall upon presentation. It sort of creeps a little bit and then falls off really nicely. The flat face trigger works really well for me. It doesn't have like a funky trigger or lever on it, an external safety on there, so that's kind of nice not having to feel that. The reset on it throws you off the wall just a little bit, but it's nice though. You can find it again. So as soon as it resets, it throws you off the wall, you find the wall again, and then you press. And it's the same trigger pull as the first one, of course. While shooting though, my reset trigger management is kind of shit, so I shouldn't comment too much on that, but I like it. I like it a lot. So if it bothers you a little bit holding it in the store, try it. Go ahead and rent it and try it. I think you're gonna really like the trigger after you start running it a little bit. It's up there with a perfect trigger for a carry gun, I think. The serrations are deceptively perfect. I looked at the sliding, I wondered if I were designing this gun, what would I do differently with that? And after manipulating and using it, I wouldn't change a thing. There's rear serrations, of course, easy to grab, and the fronts are identical except for there's a little bit of a beveled edge to it. So press checking and rear grabs are super easy, even out in like 110 degrees in Florida, full on sweat, high heart rate. Still able to grab and manipulate this thing with no problem, whether it be in the grip or the slide or the levers and controls. So as far as the slide goes, absolutely no complaints there. The slide release is actually genius. Like when I'm shooting it, I don't even know it's there. But when I need it, it sticks to my thumb like Velcro. So I'm not sure what voodoo they use to make that happen, but I'm digging it. The magazines are all the rage, of course, 12 rounds in its flush mount magazine. Plus one gives you 13, and if you're carrying something in a mag, you're running 25 rounds of your favorite 9mm. The only complaint on the mags is they're not cheap. Even I would like to get that 15 rounder in there for me, but not cheap, but I guess nobody got into guns to save money. Unless you're a security guard or maybe a bank robber. I don't know, what other jobs you'd get into guns? I think we're getting a little off topic. Overall, it really does feel good in the hands. It's really dense. Like when you put it all together, loaded with ammo, and you hold it, it's really heavy and like in a good way. It's like they sucked all the air and molecules out of it. Super dense, like Thor's hammer, which makes sense with everything this gun is delivering on paper. When you hold it, it feels substantial. I think it's really cool to see the market driving really hard for this style of gun, whether it be that Glock single stack that you can get the aftermarket magazine for, or the Hellcat, I think by Springfield. It's pretty awesome. I'm sure you guys will let me know the others that are out there, but yeah, it's really good time to be in concealed carry market if you live in a free state in the US. The other cool thing that's different about this gun compared to some others is the modularity. The trigger assembly itself is the one that's serialized, so that's the actual gun. So you can change out the slides and the grip. So I could actually take a P365 shorter grip, add a magazine to it for like 50 bucks for the grip and then whatever the magazine cost. And I could run a long slide short handle. I'm not sure I'd want to. It's not really something I'm into, but it's an option, which is nice. And also for the future, like what else are they gonna come up with this system that I could drop my trigger and slide onto? I guess if anything, if I wanted to add more texture to this grip, that I would feel a little more comfortable, so when I screw it up, I could just order another lower without having to buy the whole gun. So that's nice. I like that for me as well. So why did I buy this gun? I bought it to replace my little 380 I'd been carrying around for a few years, to give me a little more firepower, to use the same ammo consistently through some of my other guns, and also to give me a little more handling and manipulation during high stress situations if I'm willing to carry a little bit more size and weight to make that happen. Who else could this work for? Gosh, anybody my size that wants a smaller concealed carry gun but not have to go down to that 380 range, you're looking at something like this. So if you don't want to go to that 380 range, you want to stay in 9, definitely consider looking at this, especially if you're small like me, whether you're male or female or alien. Definitely check this guy out. It's been working for me. I've been carrying it for a few months now and only 500 rounds through it so far. So I'm looking forward to get to the 1,000 round mark and doing another review on it. What else it could be used for a nightstand gun? I think so, depending on your comfort level with it and how much, like what your commitment level is as far as putting rounds down range. Put a light on it from Sig, whatever that's gonna be, and red dot it, you'd be good to go for a nightstand gun. Throw that 15 round magazine in there when you get home. Sure, why not? Also, almost forgot, I actually have a threaded barrel coming for this. I purchased my very first suppressor, so it's in gel right now. As soon as I get that suppressor in, we will do another review on that as well, because why not? Would I buy this gun again? 100%, yes. Absolutely. 25 rounds of my favorite ammo in this little package is no joke. Any complaints on it? If I were to complain on it, I would say the proprietary light thing they have going on here is kind of annoying. The price of the magazines could be better. We're in 2020, mid 2020, and the availability for holsters with light options is pretty low. So that's a little frustrating. But those are my 3 gripes at this time and date. So that's not too bad, right? Especially the whiny bitch that I can be sometimes. To recap, the gun feels really good in the hands. It manipulates really well for a gun its size. And the recoil is really manageable, especially after a few hundred rounds plus in it. You first get it, like the tolerances seem really tight and it breaks in really nicely. So I do recommend breaking this guy in. I didn't have any malfunctions. Reliability is like 100% with it. The size for me, I can wear it 365 days a year. Yeah, the P365. I can wear it really consistently, appendix carry. I never feel underpowered with this setup, so that's nice. So that's part 1 on the P365 here at the Gun Channel. And thanks for watching. If you already have this gun, which I know some of you crazy people out there are watching reviews on guns you already own, because I know. There should be like a 12-step program for that. But yeah, if you're new to this gun, hopefully it helps out in some way to educate you or give you a better idea or feel for it. It helps you make a decision in some small way. I'll be doing a review as soon as I get the micro red dot. I think it's a 407K Holosun on it. And also the threaded barrel when I get the silencer on it, which is going to be the Osprey 9. Oh, and also I got this sort of this angled chest rig. Hold on. So yeah, I'm super organized right now. I was totally planning on showing this to you. Come around, strap it on, walk around on you. Super nice. And my microphone still working. So I have some 2 sub. This works for my CZ Scorpion mags, like a quick access medical kit right there, maybe a tourniquet. I also grabbed a couple of AR-15 style mags. Actually, go on like that, so you can reverse pull them right out. Could be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna get into a full review on that and how this thing works, but could be pretty slick. See how easy that was? No, it could be pretty cool or slick for just a quick throw on, for a bump in the night or a truck gun, something like that, when you have your favorite kit mounted on there however you want. Inverted. You're about to get inverted. IC13. That seems like a really cool company. And if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and peruse the Gun Channel. I've got some CZ Scorpion stuff on there. Part 1 and part 2 is coming out soon on that. Also the M&P 9 is on there. And we're gonna have an X5 Legion by Sig on there. Jessica has that gun and it's got the Romeo 1, I think is on there, one of the red dots. Super nice gun. It's like a space blaster. So I'm looking forward to do a review on that real soon. So again, my name is Mike. You're at the Gun Channel. Thanks for stopping by. See you soon.